Hey, here's Cooking with the Immediatos from our bistro in Middletown, Delaware, located on 299. I'm Tony Immediato. This is my wife,
Jennifer.
We offer a wide range of different things at our bistro, from catering to sandwiches to our
Italian contemporary cuisine, which a little bit we're going to try today for you. We're going to teach you a little bit how to make it. For if you're busy, you don't have time, this is a great meal. One of my first things I got taught how to make because I didn't know how to cook very well in the beginning of our relationship. So Tony had to teach me, but I'm a pro now.
Now she's got it. So today we're going to do our chicken cacciatore, something you can do at home. We're bringing our table to yours. So stay with us, right back, and then we'll show you how to put this great dish together.
From Delaware's premier television company comes a new and exciting website, Delaware28.com. On Delaware28.com, you can check on the latest updates on all your favorite shows, around town, city scene, cook to order, product knowledge, and the Tim Call Show. And now you can also enjoy our live feed feature where you too can become a star. So don't delay and get on your computer today and check Delaware28.com. Delaware's premier television programming is now your premier website.
Welcome back. We're going to show you how to cut some of our rustic vegetables to start making our cacciatore in our pot.
All our ingredients you see here, from our garlic to our peppers, onions, mushrooms, basil, our fresh rosemary, our parsley. All these ingredients will be cut up all rustic style to go into our pot and start this whole saute. When you're cutting these, it doesn't have to be fine, perfect. This is a rustic dish. This is one of those peasant dishes that were created back in the old times when everybody's going out working in the fields. They'd start off adding all these ingredients in, put it on the stove, and let it cook for hours. When they're done their job, they'd come back, get it rocking and rolling, put their pasta on, and then they'd sit down and mange. So as we go through, Jennifer's cutting this very rustic in big chunks. I like to take these onions and just kind of quarter them because they're more of a bite-sized type piece. Garlic is one of my main ingredients to all my dishes that I love. So you have your peeled garlic. I already have that chopped. It's about probably six or eight cloves. I mean, we're making a nice sized pot, family style pot. So I'm gonna start with that. Put that in.
We like both of the onions too because the red onion has a little bit of sweetness to it versus the white onion.
As well as the white, yeah.
You get a different variation. The more veggies, the better, I figure, especially for kids that don't want to eat vegetables. They don't know what's in there because we've already put it in there and they just think it's sauce and chicken. And actually, my kids will eat this, and they don't like mushrooms and they don't like onions, but they will eat this. So it's a good family dinner where nobody complains.
Everybody's on a busy schedule, so this is one of them dishes that you can start in the crock pot in the morning, let it go all day, come home, do your pasta. Everybody has their busy sports schedules. It works out pretty good. So when you take your peppers, I just like to just cut them straight in half, pull out your membrane and seeds in the center.
Oh, those onions.
Then basically do a nice rough, thick cut, and then just cut them basically into four. Just do that same thing repeatedly through all of them. Once we have all these cut, we'll start to saute. And we'll turn this on now.
Did you already put the oil in?
I did. Oil's in. Keep cutting those. I'm going to bring our mushrooms up. These mushrooms, depending on the size, you can leave them halves or you can put them in quarters. It kind of all depends on the size of the mushroom. I mean, every market you go to, I deal with a local market right here located in Townsend, Willie Farms, where I go and basically handpick all my produce for all of our ingredients for every dish that we prepare here at Immediato's.
Make sure you get all the seeds out of the green pepper or they'll yell at you.
It depends on which pepper. The long hot, you leave those seeds in because it gives it a nice spicy kick. Between the garlic and the hot pepper, that's where it's all at for me. Always also, when you're making these dishes, I know a lot of people have all their dry herbs at home. Dry herbs are very good, especially when you're making stuff quick, but when you want to get a real earthy flavor in any dish, when you use your fresh herbs, it always goes over very, very well, and I mean very, very strong flavor throughout that dish. The rosemary I kind of go a little overboard with, just because it gives that very nice earthy, woodsy taste to all those dishes that I've actually put it in.
Rosemary is a great herb when you're dealing with meats. Roast beef with some fresh rosemary in it changes the complete taste of the roast beef. You gotta try it. It's definitely a good taste to it. So am I gonna do these ones too?
Yep, got that one. We need a red and we need a yellow. I like to use just all the different colors of peppers just because it gives it a nice look in the dish. You know, a lot of people, you get it, sometimes they'll just use their straight green. I just, you know, the more festive, the more fun. That's the way I look at it. Be fun and wild and crazy. Put your own twist on it. You can take this chicken cacciatore template and kind of work from it, and you can add lamb, you can add veal. You know, growing up, my grandmother used to call it, you know, cacciatore is the chicken, you got spitside, which is for the veal, but it all comes from the same base. Your peppers, your onions, your plum tomatoes. I love the plum tomatoes. Some people use crushed tomatoes. I like the plums because I like it. It's a rustic dish. As it simmers and cooks, those plum tomatoes start to break down. Once they break down, you know, you can't really tell, but it gives you that chunkiness. As Jennifer said, take the seeds out of the peppers. And the long hots, I like to leave them in because it does give it a little bit more heat.
These ones aren't really that hot. I mean, they're not as hot as a jalapeno. But they do have a little tiny bit of a kick to it.
All right, so there's that. Let's dice up that and some parsley.
Basil, it's my favorite. It smells so good. Mm.
You just want to sit there, you know, get that all sauteed up, mixed around. I mean, you see it's nice and chunky at this point. All that will actually simmer down and just turn into a great mix. Rosemary. I love rosemary. It's like a Christmas tree.
It does smell like Christmas when you smell it.
You take that, basically just grab it, and you can just peel it right on down. I just throw that right on in. With the rosemary, I normally overdo it with like rosemary, like I said, just because I like that earthy taste. Probably about 3, 4, depending on the size. Like I said, you can definitely use the dry. The dry, you might want to add a little bit extra to it, only because of the fact it's not going to be as strong. You're not going to get that fresh herb taste.
You don't want to use the stems in there. That's cooking
101. You always want to start, nice big pinch of pepper, brown pepper, also with some salt. Now when doing this, when you do your chicken, I like to use the chicken breasts and I like to put them in whole so that you pull them out later and then you kind of just tear it apart. You can also use the bone chicken, thighs, if you like dark meat, anything you want. I mean, this is one of those dishes that you can clean out your freezer or refrigerator on any certain things that you may have still in, you know, you want to get rid of.
And smell that rosemary. Smell it.
Love it. So you're going to have to make it at home so you can smell it.
This is a great dish too, like if you're having a party and you want to pre-make it, you could actually pre-make this like the day before and have it in the refrigerator and then pull it out, put it in your crock pot, like if you're having a football party or a christening, anything. It's a really great meal that everybody can enjoy. You'll have certain kind of pasta, you could just make that the morning of your party and you already have all your hard work done with the vegetables and the chicken. The pasta's easy. How long does that take? 20 minutes?
The hardest part's boiling the water.
The hardest part's doing this.
Like I said, this is something you can do and put in that crock pot and let go all day long. So when you come home, it's going to be ready. You just pull your chicken out, pull it apart, and go from there.
Now these are canned plum tomatoes, but I mean you could do a real plum tomato if you wanted to, but
with everybody's schedule today, the can actually works better. You know, you sit there,
Oh,
I just go in and I
Chinese
kind of stab at the plum tomatoes to kind of break them up, just to release all those natural juices.
you do get more juice out of the can than you do a fresh tomato right at first, so, and you won't taste the can. Once all those vegetables are in there, It all marinates together. It's so good.
If you have some chicken stock, you can also add some chicken stock to it, because this will, if you do it in a crock pot, it will reduce down, so that chicken stock will actually give it a little bit more liquid, so then as it cooks, it will reduce down. My favorite part to these is I always like to add a Chianti to any of these dishes, only because, like I said, it's like an earthy, woodsy type of thing, and with that Chianti, it's going to bring all those good flavors out. So basically, I use about a half a bottle. You know, like I said, it does cook out, but at the same time, it does give that good flavor. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to let this simmer. I'm going to put the lid on this, and then when you guys come back, we'll be ready to rock and roll and cook our pasta and move on to our next step. See you when we get back.
From Delaware's premier television company comes a new and exciting website, Delaware28.com. On Delaware28.com, you can check on the latest updates on all your favorite shows. Around Town, City Scene, Cook to Order, Product Knowledge, and The Tim Call Show. And now you can also enjoy our live feed feature where you too can become a star. So don't delay and get on your computer today and check Delaware28.com. Delaware's premier television programming is now your premier website.
Welcome back. While we were at break, I added our chicken. Everything reduced down and cooked for probably about 4.5 to 5 hours. As you see, we got our nice stew going. I pulled our chicken out, I set it to the side, I let it cool. Once it's cooled, I kind of just take my tongs, pull it out, I take my knife, and I just use the knife and I kind of pull it apart.
I use a fork.
Yeah, fork
I
works
like
as
a
well.
fork. It's easier for me.
It all depends on what chicken you're using. If you use the boned-in chicken, then you're going to pull it, you're going to set, and you're going to kind of use more of your hands. You can use your fork, you can use a knife, because it's cooked for so long, it's just kind of going to fall apart. As you see, we got our stew now. Now you know why they call it the peasant stew. You know, our chicken cacciatore. I personally like to use the gnocchi. You can get these at any of your local store, either in the frozen section or the dried section. I preferably like the dried gnocchi better, only because of the fact it comes back like it's been freshly made. So I'm going to add this to our water, let that cook. While I'm doing that, Jennifer's going to tell you a little bit about us.
We are on Main Street in Middletown. We're 39 West Main Street, and we're about 4 stores down from the Ever Theater. Every Friday and Saturday, we have entertainment from 6 to 9. We have a great guy, Franco, who plays for us on Saturday nights at 6 o'clock. So if you've ever been here, that's great. If you haven't, you're missing out. He's wonderful. He's actually going to be dining in with us today and trying out our food. So, you know, he's just great. I can't say enough about him. It's a really neat experience because you can come in, you can eat, and you get a little music, and it's not crazy. It's not a dance club atmosphere. You can bring kids if you want. We have our takeout section as well, which we do lunch. We do specials over here in the bistro. We do specials in the takeout side. We do catering as well. We have a website, Immediatos.com. So if you like what you're seeing,
Facebook page, become a fan.
Yes, Immediato's Bistro and Catering. If you become a Facebook fan, which you can do from the website, it's great because I tell everyone every day, morning and night, what our specials are. You know, like today's Monday, we do 2 for $10 appetizers. I mean, that's pretty good all day long. That's a great deal. I mean, the appetizers sometimes can be eaten as lunch, so you're paying $10 for 2 people to eat lunch. That's pretty good. So we are open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 a.m. We close, our last seating is around 8 o'clock, and then Thursdays we're open 10 a.m. Last seating is at 9. Fridays and Saturdays we open up at 10, and our last seating is at 10. So if you're working late and you can't get out here till 9 o'clock, it's okay. We'll feed you. Have a nice glass of wine. Franco won't be here past like 9:30 on Saturday, but that's okay. You can come in anyway, but we like you to come in when he's here because it's a great experience.
Family's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, you got me, Jen, my kids, they may be running around doing dishes, busboy. It's all about a family experience. Today, it's all about family, fun. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I grew up in a big family business, and it's just a way of life.
We have some friends that we've invited to eat our wonderful meal that we're preparing, and
dine in, drink some wine. So
we're going to feed them wine, which is always good. It makes life so much better. So
that it does.
We're just waiting for our pasta to cook up.
Yep, we're gonna let our pasta finish up here. I'm gonna add our cheese to our cacciatore because cheese gives it that nice sweetness, nice creamy. So we're gonna go take another commercial, and when we come back, we're gonna be plating up. Then we're gonna sit down with our friends, drink some vino, and mange. See you when we come back.
From Delaware's premier television company comes a new and exciting website, Delaware28.com. On Delaware28.com, you can check on the latest updates on all your favorite shows. Around Town, City Scene, Cook to Order, Product Knowledge, and The Tim Call Show. And now you can also enjoy our live feed feature where you too can become a star. So don't delay and get on your computer today and check Delaware28.com. Delaware's premier television programming is now your premier website.
As you see, this is our chicken cacciatore. Nice little parsley spring there. While I finish this up, Jennifer is getting our wine selection ready so that we can sit down and have a nice little meal, good meal with our friends. All right, so we're all plated up here. So now Jennifer's going to show you what great wine selection that her and Alex have picked for us for today. So here she is, mange.
Today we are going to use this red rustic Sicilian wine. It's going to go great with our chicken cacciatore. This is the Nero Diavolo. It's amazing. It's hard to put down. These are our friends that we've invited to come and eat our meal with us, and we're going to sit down and actually have food with them, which is really cool. So we're just going to pass this wine around. We have some great wines here at Immediato's Bistro. This is one of our newest ones. It's so pretty, the bottle. This goes great with our seafood pescatore dish, which is a nice spicy mussel type dish. And it's going to go great with this meal too. We also have white wine as well. So
white wine, purple wine.
We're going to go ahead and pour the wine.
This is great wine only because it has a great finish. It
does.
It's got a little pepper in it. It's perfect with any steak or chicken dish. So anything that has your red sauce, this wine pairs up perfectly too. I don't know if we've introduced everybody, but we have Alex, my friend Alex. We have Franco that plays with us every Saturday night. We also have Joey Love. That's a whole nother story. And then we have our restaurant manager and head server, Nicola. So when we sit back, this is how we do it. I mean, Christ, couldn't ask for much more than this, could you?
Well, salute.
Salute, salute.
Salute. Enjoy.
Now there is some more grated Parmesan cheese here if anybody wants any for their dish.
That's so good. I love it.
Well, don't be shy.
Bottoms up.
That's it. You guys started off with the little antipasto platter, huh? Smallows.
The prosciutto was delicious.
Yeah, that's always good. I love picking at that. I mean, it's one of my favorite things when I go out.
That's always what we order when we go out. If we go out somewhere, which isn't very much, but when we do, if that's on the menu, the prosciutto, the olives, the roasted peppers, fresh mozzarella, very good. Also goes well with wine.
What doesn't go well with wine? Wine's a perfect thing.
Yes, a little cheese.
Oh, wait, I mean, that's perfect, right? I like the gnocchis only because it's a potato gnocchi, so you get your whole meal involved in it. You know what I mean? You get your vegetables, your protein, and your starch. So that's why I always pick the gnocchi. Some people like to use a thicker pasta like linguine or pappardelle or even a penne. I don't know, what did you grow up eating?
Rigatoni.
There you go. The extra large penne.
That's right.
My favorite is tortellini, hands down.
Yeah, this gnocchi is delicious too.
And it's very good.
And I tell you, they carry them at the store. It's a dry product. You can't beat it. Reminds me of my grandmother and my aunts. I mean, as a kid.
Did everybody get some bread? Our bread here at Immediato's is amazing. Just to let you know, what we do is it comes out served warm. It's scored, which is sliced. That's the new word I just learned. And what we do is we have our olive oil, we put balsamic glaze in the center of it, and that's what we dip our bread in. And it is so good. A lot of the servers, when they're hungry before their shift, they like to get a bread, bring it over, and then they eat a little bit of it because it's so good. It's almost like a meal. And we do serve it, you know, lunchtime. People come in and get soups. They'll come in and say, hey, can we have some bread? And we don't have a problem with that, right?
The bread dessert.
It's
dessert.
Oh, the
all of our
desserts. I totally forgot
all of our
about
desserts.
that.
I mean, you guys know my dad. He actually makes all of our desserts for us. We bake off our macaroon. We have my grandfather's recipe for our macaroons. The cookies we bake off here. My dad makes all of our cakes. The strawberry shortcake is basically a 6-layer cake. It comes out. It would barely fit on this. So the next time we do our show, we'll have to do a little bit of a dessert thing so that everybody, you know, can see that end of the business as well.
And what sandwich did I have the other day? That was delicious.
That you had the
She had the Mediterranean chicken sandwich.
So
it's a
for
fan
lunch,
favorite.
coming really fast.
Fresh tomato, sun-dried tomato pesto, grilled chicken, red onion, Kalamata olives, which are my favorite olives. I love them.
So good.
It's
Fresh
good. And that's
mozzarella.
another one of them. I'm a very rustic kind of guy. If you haven't been able to tell, you know.
What was the seafood dish I had here?
Seafood
Pescatori.
pescatori. This will go really well with that dish.
That's one of the top, you know, one of the top sellers. I mean, you saw when it comes out, it's a mountain of seafood. I mean, it's great. We'll be cooking that one too on our show. So when we do that one, Joe, you know, you have to be here for that one as well.
You get me back for that.
On the cannolis, we do have cannolis. They are to order. We don't keep them in the case because we pipe them fresh. So if you come in one night for dinner and there's nothing in the case, please make sure to ask your server, hey, where are the cannolis? We'll go ahead and pipe you out one. So that way they just stay fresher. It's a
If they don't get soggy. Yeah, I'm said they got, you know.
So one dessert.
Some's wetter than others.
So one dessert we don't keep in the case. Everything else in the case. Oh, and the cake ball. Oh, the cake ball is so good. It's so good.
What's that?
The cake ball is basically, I don't know if you've heard, everyone's making these cake pops. They're real popular right now, real trendy. They're on a stick. It's basically like that, but it is just, we just do them, his dad makes them as a ball.
Yeah, it's a
covered
cake.
in chocolate ganache.
A cake that he made, then throws it in the mixer with the icing and a couple other little flavorings, and just whips it up so it breaks all that cake down so it's not a fluffy. It's more of a solid cake, and then he covers it with the chocolate ganache and some jimmies. So it's like you're getting basically
It's
like
so
3
good.
pieces of cake condensed into one. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's so rich. It's great. We got a chocolate truffle cake that.
I thought that dessert that you like the flame there.
Oh, when
Bananas flambe.
love
and you know what? I
We're
do
gonna
that.
do
I
that.
do that one a lot when I do my chef tables,
That's
just like
great.
this.
That's a
you know,
great.
as I prepared this
favorite
meal here, you know, our chef table will come right on up to the table. I'll prepare a meal for anywhere from 6 people to 10 people max, and I cook like a 3 to a 5 course meal depending on what we choose, and pair it up with some good wines, and it makes it fun. It's more of an entertaining type of a thing. Because then you have my undivided attention
Plus,
to you guys.
too, you come in and it's his choice, so you don't have to decide what you're getting.
Yeah, it's a
you
chef's
come
table.
in, you just drink what we have, and you eat what we serve you, and then it's just no fluff. You just come in and just enjoy yourself. The conversations are hysterical
Yeah, well,
when
man, we've
there's
gotten
a
into-
chef in front.
And when you get the food, the wine, and music, it turns into a whole crazy experience. So
So
yeah, check that out too.
How does everyone like it?
Is it good?
Delicious.
I mean, everybody has a busy schedule. I mean, you're on the road all the time. You're out playing all the time.
my lunch
You're on the
spot
road
over
doing
there.
wrestling, coaching, all kinds of stuff. This is one of dishes, you know, basically you saute that, all those peppers, onions, everything. Just start sauteing that, add it to your thing, your crock pot, let it sit for the day, and you're good to go. Next time at Immediato's, join us at our table. Make our table yours. See you next time.